It does not take a man years to know if he wants to marry you. As men, we know immediately if we want to marry you. You don't have to ask how long should it take for a man to want to marry you. The better question is, does that man see you as a wife? Because if he doesn't, you'll be a girlfriend forever. You'll be a side chick forever. You'll be a friend with benefits forever. It is not about how long you've been dealing with that man, but it is about how that man views you. Because a man that is madly in love with you, a man that could not imagine you dealing or entertaining anybody else, a man that could not fathom losing you, he's not going to play about you. What do you mean that it took a man 5 years, 3 years to see your worth, or to understand that you mean the world to him, to understand that you're everything that he needs and more? It does not take a man years to want to marry you. It does not take a man a decade to want to marry you. If this man is really into you, if this man really loves you, he's going to know immediately. And the sad truth is, some of these men just see you as a good girlfriend. He'll never see you as a wife. Some of these men just see you as something to hump on. They'll never see what your worth is, and that's okay.
Men know right away when they date a woman if they're going to stay with this woman. They know if they're going to marry this woman. They know they're going to have kids with us. They know, or we know. We're not like we know. But sometimes it's good enough for the moment. When you get some money, allow you to tell the truth. And that's what ends up happening. And sometimes the woman, I mean, maybe she has alternate motives too. Yeah. We're just talking about men right now. If she didn't upgrade herself and she didn't elevate too, which they usually don't. Yeah. That's it. Poof, it's done. And the other part of it is, if you're dating a good-looking man, he's in the 0.0001%, and he was making money 0.0000001%, and he's never been married 0.000, and he's never had kids, and he's healthy. Stop this, bro. Delusional.
And he's 6 feet. Like, I can let's go.
6 feet.
6 feet. Yeah.
6 figures.
6 figures.
6 pack.
6 pack.
666. You dealing with the devil.
When a man is ready and wise, he looks for substance, friendship, and connection. A lot of men can't find a good woman because they're looking for the same woman that they see on all these, nasty videos. Most men choose women with their eyes, not with their heart. And that's why most men make the mistake of being weak to their flesh. There's so many men who live life on the outside and not from the inside out. They just see women as an object, a do-girl. And they want to reduce a woman's role to the bedroom or the house or the kitchen. She's way much more than that. Bro, how she presents herself is going to be everything to you. So the one that's not trying to use her body as bait because she understands that men are very lustful humans. Maybe she dresses trendy. She realizes that she can still be cute and classy, sexy and sophisticated. Her energy and her aura are just different. And you can tell by the demonstration of how she put what she got on. So I'm telling him, a woman that is healed, like, she's not answering you with an attitude. She's not asking you to prove anything to her. She's not saying, prove to me that you won't hurt me. Prove to me that you'll provide. Prove to me that prove. No, she's already surrendered to herself and she knows who she is. She's not defensive. She just flows. And you wouldn't dare to ask a woman like that what she brings to the table, because she'll definitely size you up and get up from your table and walk away. That's y'all at. You see, women that have a firm foundation, she ain't moving with the wind. If she believes in God, she believes in God. She's not moved by worldly things. Example, the world says situationships are the norm. She says, no, that's not a relationship to me. The world says dating is different. She says, no, it's the same, because my morals and my values are aligned with the vision that God has for me. You see, she's strong enough to draw the line in the sand on what she wants. She's not wandering aimlessly through life. My friend has a daughter, so I asked him, like, would you be okay with the woman that you're dating now leading your daughter? And he was like, what do you mean? Do you want her to grow up and be just like her? Like, do you want her to dress like her, talk like her, present herself like her, express herself just like her? And I'm gonna just be real with you. If you yourself as a man don't see yourself with that woman, don't waste no time with her.
Yes, a man knows within the first 6 months of getting to know your character if you are wifey material to his standards. That doesn't mean he's going to marry you in 6 months, but he knows that he will marry you in the future.
So we're going to talk about it. Babe, is 2 years long enough to know you're ready to marry someone?
2 years. Okay, every situation is different, but generally speaking, I believe that if you've been dating someone consistently for 2 years and you're still not there with them, either that's not your person or you're just not ready to get married at that point.
I think 2 years is long enough to know. I believe that you can believe you're ready to get married almost right away. but it's going to take around that time to cultivate the relationship so that you can know that that's the person that you want to marry. But let's ask our kids and see what they think.
You should know if you're ready to marry somebody by 2 years, because if the goal is marriage, then that person should align with everything that you want, and you should be working towards that goal. There's so many different dynamics that you want to see from your partner, and it doesn't mean you have to get married right away, but I think you definitely should know if that's the person you want to marry.
Honestly, I'm gonna speak from a man's standpoint. I think men know within like the first few months, but it doesn't mean you have to act on it. I think there's a lot of life to live and a lot of connection to be built between the two partners. But I think 2 years is, you should know by then.
2 years is more than enough time to know if you want a future with that person, because you've already spent 2 years with them. And if they weren't the person, you wouldn't be with them. But I think there's a difference between knowing and doing. Being able to lead the relationship and state your intentions, what you want for that partner, and then be able to give them that reassurance so you don't have to propose to them right at the 2 year mark.